Yo, what up, Tube? It's Jack Spade, JackSpadeMusic.com. I know you see it. That's that MK3, man. That Maschine MK3. Native Instruments did it again. They made me want it. Man, it's dope AF. But do you really need it? For me, the answer is, nah, I don't really need it, but I want it. The first time I seen it, I wanted it, and I was already making plans to buy it. But I had to slow myself down and say, hey man, are you buying this because it's gonna help you? It's gonna help you make some money? You know? Or are you buying this because it's a shiny new toy and it looks cool, looks dope as hell, the design is nice. Every time a new piece of equipment comes out that's dope as this, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody gets excited, they get hyped, and you know, me included. But I have to think about it from a business standpoint. You know, will this be an investment? Because I'm not in it just to be a hobbyist. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it for the long run. I'm in it for this to be a business. So $600 is a lot of money to spend on something unless you can justify it business-wise. When I look at other producers and look at stuff that they use, they don't really always have a lot of gear. Sometimes they have like FL Studio with just a mouse, you know? I mean, Metro Boomin and Southside and people like that, that's what they use, you know? They don't seem like they get caught up in the gear lust. They seem like they're more focused on making dope beats and making beats all day, all night. I can respect that. I also can respect that people, you know, once they get a piece of equipment, it might change their whole workflow. Like when I first got the Maschine, you know, it changed the way I thought about music a little bit, you know, because it was more of a pattern-based thing, and I could come up with a lot of different patterns quickly. So when I had my Maschine Studio, I was making music quicker, and I could see the results of my purchase. I thought that was a good investment, you know. I came up on some hard times. I had to sell it, and instead of getting another Maschine, I got a Push 2. I love the Push 2, and I made a video of why I switched from Maschine Studio to Push 2. So if you wanted to know more about that, you can check that out. My thing is now, is this purchase of a Maschine MK3, is that justifiable in my current business model? Like, can that money be used somewhere else? And the answer is yes. I can use this money on marketing. You know, I'm already making music that is high quality. So getting this piece of equipment is not really gonna change the sound of my music at this point. You know, because I done developed the sound, I done developed the workflow. For me, Ableton Push is still my go-to. Now, that's not to say I won't ever get this thing, because this thing is dope. You might see me on October 5th with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm in between on this one, you know? To be honest, let's talk about this. Like, the Maschine, it seems to be very well laid out. Even better, I wouldn't say better laid out than the Maschine Studio, because you got the wheel and everything like that, but I like the buttons better, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that they have the keyboard and the pad mode and the chords right there. That touch strip, I'm really interested to see how that works. You know, during the arrangement time, you could do real cool stuff and make it sound, you know, interesting, more, you know, like a performance rather than just a repetitive beat. And that's the key. You want to keep, you know, you want to make your music, you want it to be like a journey. You want it to build up, you know, and break down and stuff. So yeah, so having that strip there, that's a great addition. It's better. It's more important than I think a lot of the other features on it. I love that they have the screens on there. Like, the screens are so dope too. I can just have the laptop go dim and just focus on that. And that's what I did with the Maschine Studio. I just focused on those screens. I was able to edit the notes and everything from the Maschine. So if I needed to move something, or I wanted to bring a group of notes, a group of MIDI notes up an octave, I can do that. But I'm not sure if you can do that with this, but I don't see why they wouldn't build that into there. You know, because you have the screen, you might as well use it, you know, for for editing and stuff like that. So if that's in there, then that's a major key. Now, one thing I would say, the thing that would justify me buying this is it being portable and it having a audio interface. Now that's going to save me time when I go to other people's studio, because I could just plug in real quick. So it's like I'm set up. As soon as I get there, like take out my laptop, hard drive, machine, plug it in. You know, that's all I need. I can make melodies, I make chords, I do everything from that. So that being said, I think this will be for me, it would be a good second portable device. Is it worth $600? I would say, yeah, especially if I break it down into, you know, monthly payments. Like if you go to Zounds or, you know, Sweetwater or whatever, they break it down into installments. So it's not so bad when they break it down like that. So maybe that would be a deciding factor. But if I had to pay this thing up front, $600 all at once, I wouldn't get it, because I already have, you know, things that does what this does, you know. And yeah, so that's my 2 cents on it. What else can we talk about with this? I love how they got this knob here that goes up, down, left, right, and you know, you can do a lot of functionality with that. The note repeat is bigger. They made a big deal about that. I never had a problem with the note repeat. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It's pretty much the same thing. It just has some extra buttons, you know, and it has like nicer pads. But one thing that they didn't discuss or haven't seen yet is the next iteration of the software. Now the software was my main reason for switching. It never was the hardware. The hardware was dope to me, you know what I'm saying? It was just that the software wasn't there for me. It made it clunky when I needed to make it a full song. Like initially, getting the beat down is super fast. It's even faster than Push. But where Push beats it is, I can use it in conjunction with, you know, the arrange view. And as I'm building the song, I can add notes here, add notes there. I can use my mouse and really arrange things in a precise, quick manner. So until Native Instruments get that software right, I think I will hold off for a little bit, but I would love to have this thing as a portable device. Like I said earlier, it's just, I'm just gonna wait, give myself a 30-day grace period just to see if I really want this thing and see if it's really worth it. And I advise you to do the same, you know, like unless you know you want it, you know what I'm saying? But if you already have what you need now, just hold off on it, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a machine, you just getting into music, or you just a hobbyist, or you got money like that, like, you know, won't even matter, you know what I'm saying? Then go ahead and cop that thing, man. And you know, I hope it like fulfills whatever needs you trying to fill, you know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. Yeah, so check out my music, JackSpadeMusic.com. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you like the information. I appreciate all of y'all. 1.